Okay, panagdayat everyone. Uh, this session, I am going to try to provide you a very short overview of our next topic. I know we didn't have ample time. We were not able to meet regularly due to changes of our schedule and due to also our engagements here at school and also including our training last week. But anyway, um, the last session was mainly about this lesson, main reasons for systems projects. And by the way, if you still have concerns about this one, you can directly contact me or you can also post your concerns to our Google Classroom. So moving on to our next lesson, this is going to be about the nature of systems development. So like what I have mentioned from the class, as BLE students, one of the changes of your curriculum to the curriculum of BSIT students is that for BSIT curriculum, the students are going to be exposed or uh, are going to uh, develop or provide a software project for a specific client. So basically, I am going to present to you this afternoon the nature, what will happen during systems development. So pag may tag systems development, this is the event, this is the activity wherein BSIT students will now select or look for a client. So in your case, since Bliss Mano, ideally, ang inyong client supposed to be is a library, no? Mga library around our province maybe or library around your locality or kung sa ba may mga proseso inside the library nga pwede na to buhatan og software or pwede na to buhatan og system. Okay? For BSIT students, pwede sila nga ang ilang kliyente, pwede eskwelahan, pwede clinic, pwede um, anything, no? Depende sa ilahang uh, ilang makitaan nga client. Okay? Now, ang systems development, okay, it's, let me present this. It's already a cliche, or ano na lang. It is a cliche already that with innovation, we can use information technology to advance, no? To advance our value in the community. So what do I mean? Sa ang mga organizations, pwede sila mo develop og software, okay, to support, no? Recall your topic sa information system, to support any business transaction or any business process. Okay, so they need to, or yeah, they need to be able to meet changes and require new requirements or innovation using information technology because it will provide them a competitive advantage. No, so pag kaninga example, there are two libraries. Kaninga library, nagamit siya og software and etc. No, parehaan ng OPAC, kaning isa wala. So medyo katunay OPAC, medyo nato siya value, mas maka-add siya og value anang nga library kasi um, masayon man ta maka-search og resources, 'di ba, or references pag nai-OPAC kontra atong wala. No? So, with the growth of library, kung medyo magkadako siya, daghan og volume, daghan og resources, it's only ideal that we use information technology and develop a system or a software to address the growing needs of that particular setting. In your case, the library. Okay? Now, ma-library man na siya or ma-system sa clinic or ma-system sa tindahan or ma-system sa eskwelahan, all of them, again, based from our previous lesson, they are called information systems. Now, kana siya nga mga systems, i-develop kid na siya sa ato mga DSIT students. And natin gitawag na software development life cycle. So, kanang software development life cycle, mo na siya ang agian, mo na siya ang steps, mo na siya ang phases nga uh, i-follow sa ato ang mga developers, so software developers or software engineers in developing systems. So una, planning, analysis, design. Kaning of subject, di ba, systems analysis and design ra siya. So dapat kaning subject, we are only focused on the first three phases: planning, analysis, and design. Sa mga IT, mulaho sila sa maintenance. So ang implementation, kato na ng ilahan ng i-program. Ang testing and integration, kato ng ilang i-install, ilang i-test, no? I-gamiton siya sa mga user. And then kanang maintenance, mo na siya katong for further enhancements, kanang i-maintain ang software, basta na yung mga issues and etc. Okay, so let me read this particular note that I have included on the slide. No, actually, it's a beginning phase. Initial step in developing a system is we need to be able to take care of or get to know a particular process. Kaya kaya nga process, dira man ta mag-base sa pag-develop nato sa software or sa system. Example, natay IT students ilang gibuhatan ning blah 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 elementary school or ABC elementary school. Unya, ang ilahang igibuhaton ana nga elementary school malamang enrollment system. So meaning, ang process of enrollment ang concern dito. So katong mga BSIT students nato, ilasang sabton, ilasang mag-data collection sa sila to understand and to get to know how this particular school is conducting the process or facilitating the process. Okay? Another example is na isa ka, for example, IT students, ang ilahang client kay milk tea or shop, no, na maligya og milk tea. So malamang point of sale na siya. So ang pangutana diyan na karon is how does this store conduct a point of sale? So katong proseso sa pag-conduct og point of sale process to siya. So these IT students will have to collect data and will have to get to know how this particular store is conducting their sales process. So after that, they will then proceed to what we call systems analysis phase. By the way, ang systems analysis phase, as you can see on this figure, ang nakabutang diri planning, analysis, design. Ang uban pod ani sa uban ani nga libro, wala ning planning. Okay ra na siya, walay problema ana niya. Okay? And then ang uban ani is diretso na sa analysis and design. Kasi ang planning naka-integrated na siya sa analysis and design. Kubali, naka-implicit na ng planning. Di na siya kinahanglan hisgutan kasi planning in itself is obviously part of a project. Okay? Pero ayaw lang kalibog, wala na siya great impact. Sa uban nga references or sa uban nga libro, ang analysis, ang tawag is requirements analysis or requirement specification. Ang buti pasabot aning requirements analysis or requirement specification is we will katulagi get to know the process. We will gather the requirements. Kasi gusto sa client nga mahitabo sa ilahang software or sa ilahang system. And para asa ang software or system. So ato siyang sabton. Pag nasabtan na, humanag data collection, we will then, meaning na ta sa requirements analysis ana. Okay, magsugod na ang proper or formal software development. Okay, so how do we collect data? All we have to do is normal means of collecting data, usually interview. So we bring with us our notes, our paper, and then we talk to the client and then let the client explain, let the client quote unquote specify their needs, let the client explain to us how they conduct their business, how they conduct their transaction, and let their client let the client provide us necessary information para masabtan nato ang ilahang or ang proseso. Okay, and then naatay gitawag nga modeling. So, yan na example, like surihanin na sa client, for example, buhatan niyo og software ang library. So, you talk to the librarian. So, you ask for details. You ask for mauni siya, giun sa nila pag-handle ang borrower, pag na-mo return on sa may proseso, blah, blah, blah. All of those processes will have to be collected and gathered by the software developer. Okay, so kung BSIT students mo, kato siya nga detalye, mahimo to siyang system pohon. Okay? Now, after collecting data, kay syempre, ga-interview ta, gasulat ta og note. Okay? Aron masabtan og klaro ang note, okay? Aron masabtan og klaro ang... By the way, before I proceed, you can pause this video and read my notes. Kaya siya. Okay? You can pause my video and read the notes para mas masabtan ninyo. Okay? Excuse me. So anyway, after collecting data, so naka-take note na ka, nag-jot down ka sa notes, it is advisable that in software development, we use what we call models, or we apply what we call modeling. Kanang modeling, we will convert what we have, we will convert the details into something that is, or we will convert the details that we have gathered into something that is visual. So we will use a model. Okay? Kabantay mo ng organizational chart. Diba? Usually, nana siya sa mga organizations, sa mga companies, sa mga eskwelahan, etc. Okay. Kanang organizational chart that will depict, that will show to us the organization of employees who are their bosses, etc. Pero in a visual way. Diba? Kasi masayin lang tawon kung naka-picture siya kaysa full text. After all, natay quote nga or saying nga, a picture paints 1,000 words. So in software development or software engineering, naapod na siya. So example, kani siya, sa ano ni siya? Sa sales ni siya, kani siya nga example. So after gathering the data no, from the notes, as a developer, himuon nimo siyang model, i-convert nimo to siya into model, kay sabton man nimo to imong gi-interview. So imo siyang inani. So example, may ani na siya. Kani siya example, by the way, just to discuss this one. Okay? This is a business model. Ang tawag ani business model for handling sales order. So, example na ni siya, people, ha? This is a model to handle sales order. So, kunyari lang, kung saan mahitawa pag na-ay sales order? So, na-event. Number one, dapat makadawat og sales order. Dapat na-ay nag-sales order. So, meaning that is the event. Okay? Ang sinugdanan sa sales order. And kabante ka, nagamit na siyang arrow. This is the first step. Then pag nadawat sa sales order na, or nanay nadawat sales order, kung kabantay ka diri na, mga process ang tawag niya, kasi i-process na siya. So example, inig-process, i-check sa nato ang customer status, unsa man ni siya. Okay? Napa ba ni siya bayrunon, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And then, additional diyan, i-verify customer credit. Again, example ni siya. Oo, example na ni siya. Pwede tayo magbuhat og ato ang sales order nga process base sa ato ang gibasihan nga proseso. So another is i-verify na to ang customer credit. Okay ang status pero 100 pila ang amount nga pwede ma-order. Something like that. Pag okay na, okay, unsa may data sa customer nga nag-order. So enter customer data. After that, ang result is completed sales order na siya. So, nalagay na, completed na ang order, kumbaga. Okay? So, kani siya nga model, kumbaga, quote and quote, sa software developer pa di, kung mga IT pa ta, inato na ni siya nga model. Oo. Ato-ato lang nga model. Okay? Di na siya standardized. Di po na siya recommended. Pero okay rin siya just to explain the process or the concept. Sa BSIT gyud nga curriculum, ang model gyud nga to ang gigamit is ang tawag use case diagram. Usbo na ko, kani siya nga model, inato, ato-ato nga model. Okay? Okay rin siya to explain the concept. Pero sa BSIT gyud nga curriculum or sa software engineering gyud, naatay model na ginagamit gyud to show, okay? To show or to model, to understand the process using a recommended or a standard model. Okay, ang tawag nato niya use case diagram. Okay, mag-set lang kog laing example ana apo. Okay. So you can pause the video and read the notes and naay task di ani. I need you to think of any process out there. Pwede siya nag-book sa pag-book nimo og ticket, pwede siya pag-enroll nimo sa Columban, pwede siya pagbayad nimo og water bill, or pwede po pag-order nimo sa Lazada, etc. Any process na pwede nimo magamit as basis to create your own model. Okay? Kaya kasi masayon kung i-model nato ang mga proseso. Okay, I want you to do this one. So this is gonna be your task. And then, Sa inyo ha, kay bliss man mo, no? I want you to think of any